So as a quote-unquote influencer, if you have a YouTube channel and you make, motivational, inspirational messages, or you help teach people skills because this is what you do, I want to talk about this pendulum shift dichotomy of you personally and your own personal development. You might pendulum back and forth yourself between times of frustration, anxiety, self-doubt, fear, and then go through that for a few weeks, and then pendulum back to the other side, to total confidence and crushing it and being on top and being in peak state. And some people might call this bipolar. Then in my experience, this is everybody I know. So some of the top high performers in the world that do this on YouTube and make millions of dollars, I don't know if they hide when they're down and they don't make any content, or they make a whole bunch of content when they're up, and then they upload that content and they schedule it to release while they're down or depressed or having a hard time or having family issues. There are certain people, I can give an example. One of the top people in the industry, I'm working right now. I'm making this video while I'm running 2 businesses at the same time. So this YouTube channel is a passion project because I want to share this information very badly, and unfortunately, this is where we're at. So Brendan Burchard is one of the top influencers in the world. I don't know how much money he makes. I've been tried to quantify it. I can't even tell. It's definitely over 10 million a year. It could be somewhere around 15 to 20. That's a big spread. I have no idea. But I follow him and I look up to him, and I've taken a bunch of his online courses and I've read all of his books, and I was a huge fan for a long time, and I still am, and I've learned a ton, and his information has directly put money into my bank account and helped me help a lot of people. My other YouTube channel and stuff that I do has helped somewhere around 10,000 businesses. My videos have helped start, right? Or start directly, So basically, as I unpack what I'm talking about, I am the type of guy in my content, so you're never supposed to talk about the scar. You can talk about the wound. You're never supposed to talk about the wound, but you can talk about the scar. So if you're going through something, you talk about it while you're going through it. People might perceive it as you're being a victim, or you're crying or whining or complaining, and so it's probably not a good look, unless you have a very positive, transparent outlook on why you're doing it, and you're very clear about that. If you're just complaining, it's probably not a good look for social media. Although, if that's your style and that's what you do, and you do it in a very specific way that other people can relate, in a way that actually helps them, that might actually work for you, right? For me, I use hyper transparency, and I share things that I'm going through, but I made an agreement with myself that I can go neutral, positive or neutral, but never into sharing or spreading negativity, right? And I have been very down and depressed and angry before, where I hated my business and I was just over it, and I have slipped up and said stupid things, or been at a live event and some guy was telling me how excited he was about his business, and because I was going through so much hell and plateau in my business, I was just negative, and I regret that, because I could have affected that person in a negative way or pulled down their own evolution. And luckily I was able to course correct and fix it there on the spot. And it's a grown man I'm talking to. It's not like me being negative. But if this person, what I'm saying is, if you're an influencer and people watch your videos and all you're talking about is positive stuff all the time, then one day people are hanging on what you have a position of leadership. If you come out and now say something negative, or you have a very bad day, be careful what you say, because you might say something that could hurt somebody's dreams. It can make them feel like they've been building a house of glass or a house of cards, and you just come and say something like, this thing isn't working, I'm trying my hardest and it's not working, and I've been doing this for you. You have some personal weak moment. I have a friend who has several very successful YouTube channels, and he's uploaded things where he was just having a bad day, and he just took a snippet of a bad moment and put it on the internet, and now it gets played over and over and over and over, and people think that's your life. like perception is reality to people, right? So it's like on the reciprocal of that, you ask a question which is causes this moral dilemma, which is like, what should I do? Just lie about what I'm going through? And are you a liar if you don't share the whole truth? And I don't know the answer to that. I just know that people are very, when they follow your, I don't know if you would call it advice or opinions, or they follow your journey, you got to be clear from the outset of what Pandora's boxes you're going to open. Because when you open a Pandora's box, you can't close that box, or it takes a long time, because that entire group of people forever see you as the guy who, I don't know, rolled around, did jumping jacks and rolled around on the floor with fucking cake batter all over your face because you were just in a very, very silly moment and you wanted to act like an idiot. I've never done this, but I probably wanted to. Like, I've had ideas where I've wanted to prank my wife and, you know, like, I don't know, throw food all, and my wife's a total OCD clean freak, just for you to understand. So if I threw food all over the kitchen, she would just, I don't even know what she would do, right? And it would be maybe fun to find out. Maybe it wouldn't be fun to find out, but I wanted to videotape that reaction, and all these videos were going viral. This is just an example. And I was like, maybe not. I don't think I want to do something like that, because I don't care how many views it gets. I don't want to disrespect my house and my wife and my marriage for the sake of views and money. And I just a line that I'm not willing to cross unless my wife has pre-agreed upon that this is a good idea and we should do this stuff to each other, and this is what our messaging is about. And in some cultures, you know, you might think that's funny, but that could be considered very highly disrespectful to do something like that. So that's a more extreme, actually it's not that extreme in the world of the internet, but you got to kind of figure out what you talk about, what you don't talk about, what's off limits, right? Do you like to share your personal life? And do you like me, I share sometimes my pets and my marriage and so all I want to say is talk about the scar, not the wound. If you've already gone through something and you've actually overcome it for real and you've gotten past it, you can probably talk about it now, as a positive experience. This stupid thing, I got this nice truck, 2022 Ford, love it, but the navigation, if you turn the volume down, it'll automatically turn itself back up over and over and over, and I'm trying to, but anyways, so this looks like this could be a good job. This is gonna be several $1,000s. I really hope I get this, because for some reason we're busy in my service business. I have a landscaping business, but we've been getting a lot of duds, like a lot of small jobs, and I really bank on the big jobs. And this isn't a big job, but you know, that's a whole nother story for another. But like, I've learned being in business, it's better to do bigger, less clients, bigger money. You can deal with a whole bunch of clients for a little bit of money, but I like taking care of clients, bigger jobs, because having to deal with so many different customers and clients, all the administrative work behind that is very costly and time consuming. So anyways, I hope that serves you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you very soon. Make sure you subscribe, because I got some good stuff coming out soon. Later, my friend.